Hello, everybody. Welcome to a wonderful special event here on the Indie Escape. I am David Lee Madison, the host of The End of the Night, and I'm here with my co-host and my brother from another mother, Grunkle Scott Schiaffo. Grunkle Scott, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing good, brother. Doing good. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, brother. I'm super excited because I know that Scott Meaney is an incredibly talented artist and is just a really super talented cat. Hey, Ken, I hope you're well. Happy New Year. And he put something super spectacular together tonight that we're going to premiere live here on the Indie Escape. Scott, I know that you happen to work on this venture with Mr. Meaney, so give us a little bit of an idea about what we're about to see.
Well, I have I was involved musically. I did a track that he asked me to put together, and very happy with how that came out. And then we did a quick virtual shoot of me actually playing. Although now I'm giving all kind of stuff away, but I'm not sure how they edited it, and I'm not that much in on the ground floor either of the the basic gist I know because he's come on with the puppets. These are Afterlife puppets; they're dead, and it's not necessarily Christmas themed as much as holiday themed, and spirit of man and spirit of goodwill and things of this nature. And he is, you know, I mean, everybody that's in my circle, you're certainly somebody who we're not only close friends, but I really admire a lot of the work I got to do with you. And I always feel that when I work with you, I get challenged in ways that I might not get challenged otherwise. Um, yeah, Scott Meaney, Scott is like he's one of those guys that's, I don't know, his talent is super raw, no matter what the medium, whether he's illustrating because he's an amazing illustrator. Uh, I did a short film with him that had puppets involved, and that was hilarious and a lot of fun. And he's just one of those next level guys who, it's. I think there's some people who study and pursue a career in the creative arts, and then there are people who are just born artists, whether they like it or not. And those are usually the guys that are the most tortured because he definitely has suffered for most of his art. But I love the guy to death, and I think we're going to be in for something really hilarious, crazy, different, and fun.
Well, I look at, most great artists are tortured because I think part of being a great artist is being super smart. And being super smart carries a certain burden with it. And yeah, I totally understand that. The special tonight is called the Happy Horror Holiday Spectacular. So I'm super excited to see what Scott and from what I understand, it was edited and filmed by an incredibly talented duo of filmmakers that you and I were blessed to work with on the wonderful film Darkness Waits. We got to do that film with the late Conrad Brooks and Jim Crut, some amazing icons that we got to work along with. But the team behind that wonderful film, Libby McDermott and Matt Staley, are, from what I understand, the behind the camera super talent of this program we're going to watch tonight.
Yeah, they're a big part of how it got put together and made. Scott worked hand in hand with those guys, and I'm hoping they're going to be popping on to say a few words.
I am assuming they will be. I'll be popping on for a
There's
second.
Joe. What's happening, Joe?
Hey,
Mr.
gentlemen.
Mr. Joe Ridgely, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm very excited about tonight, especially with having it premiere on the Indie Escape on YouTube and Facebook. So everybody out there that's watching right now, make sure you go to the Indie Escape Facebook page and YouTube channel. Like and subscribe, please, because Scott is also going to have a show with us.
Wow, that's
Yes.
great news.
It's going to be on Saturday nights.
And I'm very happy that I call it the Indie Escape because I almost had.
Yeah, I know you did.
I had a brain fart. I went back to like 1912 when we were involved in something totally different.
Yeah.
Well, before we were on the air, Joe, I think you slipped as well, and I wasn't going to correct you.
Did
then.
I? You know, after you do it for a couple of years and you're trying to get in this, it's tough sometimes.
I'm not going to take any from Joe because he literally put my old opening credits on literally like 6 episodes ago. So I'm not going to, one little slip on my end, I'm not going to take any guff from Mr. Ridgely for.
Zing!
Afterlife Live is going to be his show on Saturday nights. I believe it's going to start February 5th. You know what's cool
It's
about
called
that?
Afterlife Live.
Yes.
And puppets. Does puppet theme sticks?
Puppets. Yes. It's gonna be a talk show kind of thing. So
Puppets.
Great. And the host is Scott as the puppet Scott.
It's Scott, and I believe Thomas is involved as well.
Oh, that's really awesome.
Now tonight during, I'm sure Mr. Meaney will be joining us. Are we actually going to get Scott Meaney, or are we going to get evil puppet Scott Meaney? Because I tell you, one time I was the MC of a Lost Boys panel. And Brian O'Halloran could tell you this story, Scott. It's very, very funny because him and David Naughton were sitting in the last row of this giant arena that was packed to the gills, laughing their asses off at me. But I was the MC of a Lost Boys like commentary. And Corey Feldman and Jameson Newlander would only come on stage in character as the Frog Brothers. So can you imagine you have the rest of the cast of the Lost Boys there? I'm like, so tell me, Billy Worth, what was it like being in this film? Or tell me, Tom Malk, what was it like working on this? And these two clowns are sitting there as the Frog Brothers, and they would only answer questions like, what was it like killing David on the shore, dude? And I'm like, So I'm hoping that real Scott Meaney appears too, because sometimes it's hard to talk to just a character.
Well, according to Sean, calling them puppets is derogatory.
Oh, who called him a puppet?
I've been saying puppets, I guess.
Oh man, Can you call him Sacco?
Well, I did a short film with Scott a number of years ago called The Puppet Apocalypse.
Right.
And it was a hilarious send-up of alien Muppets come down to Earth and turn us all into Muppets. And I got turned into a Muppet, whatever we're supposed to say now. And it was the coolest thing. I mean, seeing a puppet me at the very end of the movie, it was a lot of fun. But we'll find out what that's about, if puppet is derogatory or not.
And I believe Jaysen Mewes actually narrated that short, didn't he?
Not
Or
the
a
Puppet
voiceover?
Apocalypse. Not Puppet Apocalypse, but I do think that Scott had created a Jay and Bob set of puppets for the Comic Book Men show. I'm not sure if they ever got used or aired.
I heard the story that Jay's was anatomically correct.
Oh my God.
So he used the thimble.
Woo!
They actually should use the Lego. Inside joke.
Okay, understood. So what do you think, Matt and Libby? You guys ready, or I need a thumbs up or not a bird, Matt?
He gave you a bird's up?
Flipped off?
No, I'm kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, Libby and Matt from Libmatic Films.
Hello, Libby and Matt.
How are you guys?
We're very, very well. How are you on this glorious evening in Pennsylvania? Are you preparing for a blizzard of epidemic proportions?
Well, we were, but now they're saying we're only going to get like 1 to 3 inches down here.
Oh, really? What a bummer.
Who knows?
Well, Jeff loves you.
We love him
Jeff.
too, Jeff.
Dissociative coping mechanisms. Dissociative coping mechanisms.
Oh, that was
So
so.
Kermit's a dissociative coping mechanism? Poor Kermit. I remember when he was just a frog.
Well, Meaney is such a maniac, and like it or not, he's got such an artist's soul that I think he does see. I know that the puppets are, again, I'm calling them puppet, but they are a manifestation of something else for him, and it frees him up to possibly tap into what his soul might be in the afterlife. So it's a pretty cool thing.
I have that same thing, but with rice pudding.
Zing!
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Wow, look at all the love from Matt and Libby.
Right?
Thank you.
Great.
Indie Escape.
Got a lot of folks
We are
in. This is
so
wonderful.
happy to
Thank
put
you
this
all.
on this platform.
Thank you so much, everybody who's tuning in and piping in. My lovely partner, Carrie. Thank you, sweetheart.
Hey, Carrie.
I'm
Carrie
trying to keep
rock.
up with all these comments.
Carrie's very supportive of all of us.
Oh yeah, no doubt. So, Libby, Matt, talk to us. Talk to us about the happy holiday.
You can do it.
I screw it up every time. So, the happy horror holiday spectacular, and they're right. When they sing the song, that's like the hardest thing to say. It really is. So,
Yeah, it's okay to just.
Now you both, you probably could share some because production-wise, you guys were up to your eyeballs in production during this horrible COVID mess.
Yeah, and they say, don't they, if you can't make it in New York, you can't make it anywhere or something like that. So,
Close
I've
enough.
heard that.
Yeah, well, I think it was probably about almost 2 years ago. I feel like Scott Meaney had put a post on Facebook asking if anyone could do like a 2-day shoot with puppets. So I just sent him a message and I was like, yeah, I'm interested. Well, then
he calls them puppets to us, so
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. And dolls.
So he was all on board, and then COVID hit, and basically a year went by. But that year, it gave him and Thomas a whole lot of time to just
Make stuff.
make more things. And I think I'm not sure if it was meant to be like almost feature length at first, but yeah. So it turned into a lot more than originally what was planned, and then Scott had all that time to, almost everything is handmade and practical effects. So he had time to get all of that stuff like dialed in, and then we went to Staten Island for 4 days and shot all of it. And Thomas is big in the poetry circle in Staten Island, and there's some poets involved. They shot all of their own pieces, and we incorporated that into it. Not to give too much away, but they sent them like pieces that they shot themselves, which was kind of cool. And yeah.
Well, Jeff has a great question for you guys. Who was easier to work with, David, Scott, or the puppets?
Man, I don't know.
no pressure. No pressure.
Everybody can be their own puppet, like.
Jeff, thank you for.
Well, to be honest with you, Jeff, Matt stuck his hand up each and every one of our asses. So,
Woo!
So there you go.
Hey, I might have nieces and nephews watching this, just to let you know.
Why?
Spectac-ula?
This is a big deal. This is This is a big deal.
This is a family-friendly.
Yeah, this is the first time they've been able to watch something.
Is this really a family-friendly thing? Why didn't you guys tell me that before you had me on, of all people?
It is.
Next time, just say rectum,
I don't think
damn near
there's
killed him.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you, Jeff. I don't think there's a single instance of swearing or anything in it.
Oh, wow.
No sex, no violence, no foul language, just lots of creative wackiness.
But lots
Now,
of humor.
I know he was. I know that in the beginning, and the beginning being, back when he was really, this was germinating. He had said that it's not a holiday special; it's an after holiday special, and that the holidays aren't as important as much as the spirit. Can you corroborate?
It's all about the spirit. Yeah.
You have to carry it with you wherever you are.
I always thought it was all about the bass, but what the hell do I know?
Oh,
I won't say the spirits in my flask, but anyway, I'm kidding. That was family friendly. I didn't.
CJ, you weasel, you missed my show on Sunday night. We're no longer friends.
whoa!
Yep. And CJ did some of the motion graphics for this as well. So,
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
yeah.
All kidding aside, CJ's an extraordinarily talented guy, and that's awesome that you guys got to work together.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart, man. I got to meet him in person when he came out to Rhode Island, and he surprised us, and it was the greatest thing. And he really is a sweetheart of a guy.
Speaking of which, we actually have a show Monday night that, sorry, shameless plug, we're going to be in
Oh, plug him, man, plug him.
Which is a horror con in Cocoa Beach next weekend. So CJ, myself, and I believe Steve Gray from the Indie Escape, we're going to have some of the actual guests from the con on. Do a little
sweet.
plugging. And then we'll be there live Saturday and Sunday and doing some live coverage. So that's kind of fun.
Cool.
Yay.
That is awesome.
Sorry, we don't want to give much away. We were kind of unprepared. We didn't know we'd be coming on.
What? We gave you plenty of notice.
No, we knew we were coming on.
We knew we were coming on after.
Yeah.
Oh.
Before I was just logging in to see what was going on.
You guys are awesome, Libby. You and Matt. You guys look like a contemporary grunge band. It's just like
yeah. We decided to go with the plaid, so
yeah, and you got little skull cap. Either the top of your head's missing, or you got a skull cap on. I'm not sure which way. Oh, there you go. Okay, now we could verify that the top of his head is still there.
Maybe he's turning into a puppet.
Ooh, I like it.
Word up. So,
They can get us all.
what kind of timeline did you guys have on this thing? I'm curious.
Safe. Get it done safe.
yeah. The cool thing about it was like we were able to shoot right when you could, like, everyone could get vaccinated. So
We had a window.
it was just like everyone ended and everyone was vaccinated, which was great the first time, the full.
Right when it was available.
And then, so we shot for 4 days at the end of May and end of May, beginning of June. And then basically, really, I've finished editing like a few weeks ago.
How far away are you guys from Staten Island?
Just like 4 hours, 3.5, 4
Just
hours.
like 4. That's a lot.
Oh, it's not that. I mean, I think we got there in like 3.5 hours.
Nice.
Now, how long is the running time of this
It's
special?
I think 45 minutes. I think it's actually
sweet.
like 42 or 3 or something, but
41 and 54. No,
it could be, yeah.
Now, did you was the first time you met Scott when he brought me to the Darkness Waits screening?
Yes, absolutely.
That was an awesome night.
We wanted to help him. He made a dream come true.
But I think actually we met him at a Mr. Hush.
Oh, yes.
He had a table set up there.
Right.
And it, I forget, it was Mr. Hush in
Wilkes-Barre, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he just said hi to us. He was wearing a directed by David Lynch shirt, so we were like, "Oh, that's cool." But we didn't really like hang out with him or talk to him much.
You notice people like that, you know. You're like, oh.
And then he came to the Darkness Waits premiere and he fell asleep during the whole movie. So I got to give him a hard time.
Oh, you're outing
He
it.
remembers the beginning and the end, and you know what he saw there was great.
Well, he in his defense, he drove me a million miles to come see that.
He put in a hard day.
He snoozed out after the first appearance of the mayor, I think. Oh man,
That's funny.
He's seen it since then. You know, since
sure,
it's free on Tubi thanks to Film Hub.
There you go.
hey. And that particular cut of the film the film changed from that night, didn't it?
Yeah, we added an extra scene.
Yeah, I had this idea that I could not get out of my head, and even after I showed everybody, I was like, "There's still this thing." And so we put that in. I just told a few people that were involved, and they were like, yes, it was Jim Crutt and our friend Dave Mackley, Troy Smith, and Anthony Sanders. And so everybody just worked hard to get it done as quickly as possible.
Question: when Scott asked you, or when you connected on this project that we're about to see shortly, how did he explain it to you? And did he give you a script, or did he just explain to you in general what his vibe was? Or
honestly, I can't really remember the initial conversation. I just knew I had recently watched Puppet Apocalypse, and then he sent me the idea of what he wanted to do. And then I think when we were all on board, he sent me a script, and we did we definitely had some video meetings with him and Thomas and some script reads, but we still really didn't know and what was going on. And honestly, he would send us pictures of the set and stuff when it was getting built and the props. But it really wasn't until we actually went there and saw everything. Like, I read the script, several times, but it wasn't until we saw everything in place that we really knew what was happening or going on.
Even then, it really comes from his head, though, too.
Hey, what they've done there is amazing.
His head is a pretty crazy place, man. It really is. I mean, I mean that in the best of ways, though. So there have been times Scott and I would be on the phone, and he would be explaining, because he's had some pretty amazing feature film ideas over the years, and I'm always astounded at, every time I think I kind of have an understanding of what, he'll go to a whole other place with something. I mean, the guy is just, when we talk about Tortured, we were talking about that earlier with David. He's so driven by his creative, the creative muse that is in him, that he's next level. He really is. I put him in that category. There's some people who do it because they have no choice, meaning I think he's so driven that there is no other choice but to follow that. And that's not always easy, because it means feast or famine, having a hard time monetizing your art, but to me, he's in the category like with the Nick Zeds of the world.
Yeah.
It was amazing too, because we basically, when we all decided to work together, it didn't even matter when it got done for a long time either, because it was just about making it safe and, and getting the picture that we wanted to put together. So.
Yeah.
It sounds.
Oh, go ahead.
It sounds like the Marathon Man. Is it safe?
Yeah.
Is it safe?
No, there's no dental work in this.
No dental work required.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm being harassed by my cat. I apologize.
Ours were running around like right before you guys pulled us up out of the green room, and I was
So in this past week, I'm going to fill up 60 seconds with nonsense here, but in this past week, I bought myself a Bing Crosby autograph from 1940 and a Nat King Cole autograph from 1954. I am geeking out. I kicked Elle out of bed, who's my wife, and I now sleep with my Bing Crosby and my Nat King Cole autographs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Grinding hold.
3 minutes, huh?
3 minutes. You're counting down the minutes.
Just-
Stretch it out. Let's stretch this out.
It's like Dick Clark's Rocking Eve without the talent.
Hey,
Sorry.
David. Don't be mean.
I'm not being mean.
Say nice things. Say more nice things about us.
I am not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
Oh, you're starting to sound like my wife.
I'm around you enough. No.
There you go.
So I was going to ask something, or somebody had a comment, and I lost it because they went by way too friggin' fast.
Oh, no. Yeah, pull
Yeah.
something, Fred.
There's
David Madison with jokes. Yes. He thinks he's humorous.
I've slept with David's Bing Crosby. That's nice. That's nice. I was wondering why it was sticky, Tom. How I don't know. I had to pull the Bing Crosby and the Nat King Cole. They were like,
Thomas is quite a gifted poet himself.
and he didn't know it.
yeah, he did.
Oh, MA says, hello, all. Thanks for this family-friendly show. I am a contemporary grunge man. Oh, I'm in. Sorry. This is when I wear contacts and don't wear my glasses. Have to deal with lots of profanity, so this is refreshing.
That's awesome,
Yes.
man. Thanks for that comment, M.A. Dennis Poet. Yes, Meaney is great. Oh, I missed that.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was a different... Again, they went by so fast.
Roll T's had immunity boosting. I think Scott is a tad tortured artist.
Immunity.
Are there any other types?
Does he mean mushrooms?
You
You know what's funny? I must not be an artist at all because I'm not tortured by anything.
I'm tortured by there's not enough hours in the day to get it all done.
I'm tortured that I can't be eating rice pudding and bread pudding and licking whipped cream right now. That's what's upsetting me.
And just to M.A. Dennis is actually one of the featured poets in this, not to. So.
Oh, fabulous. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to begin dropping everybody down because it is 9:59 p.m. Eastern.
No.
And we have a special to watch.
Now this is let me introduce it. Let's do this the right way.
Do it right.
I of course I would never disrespect anybody's work.
Wow.
I just are you guys ready?
We're
Ladies
ready.
and gentlemen, it's 10 p.m. here on the East Coast, and we are about to premiere the wonderful work of Scott Meaney, the Happy Horror Holiday Spectacular Live.
Horror Holiday Spectacular is filmed in front of a once live studio audience.
Welcome to the Happy Horror Holiday Spectacular Spectac-ula, sponsored by Artist Krispies, the cereal that keeps struggling even in milk. Brought to you in shocking 2D, starring Scott Meaney, Thomas Fucaloro, Fang, Margaret Chase, Phoebe Blue, M.A. Dennis, and Julie Benston, with special celebrity guest. We now enter a post-Gothic living room, where we join our hosts, Scott and Thomas, entranced in enchanted peril.
Now that you are sleepy, you will sharpen my fang brush. Put more dust on the mirrors. Burn all your copies of Buffy, the Slayer of Vampires. Remove all the refuse left around from that infernal jolly holiday you both celebrate. And last, but certainly not least, take out all the garbage!
Dude, were you just hypnotizing us? Not cool, dude! Wake up, man! You're not rolling on pancake batter, wake up!
What in the defiled felt is going on here?
Nothing. Sleep!
I saw the best minds of my generation start making
What Thomas is trying to say is Thomas has a problem sharing his thoughts, and sometimes it gets stuck in his throat. He's having a problem with toxic masculinity right now. Sometimes it's so bad, he gets a case of the splatter fists. He's saying it's about to happen. He's also wondering how you could hypnotize us, and no less during the holidays. Don't you have any holiday spirit? Yeah! Don't you have any holiday spirit?
Boys, you moved in 6 months ago, and yes, unbeknownst to you, I am a vampire! I mean, all the signs were there, but you just didn't get it. Sheesh. I am a vampire. This is what I do. Do you think I want to take out the trash for the 1000th year?
holiday spirit? Do you even have it? You know, the thing that keeps your threads from snapping the other 11 months out of the year.
Keep the holidays in your heart and... Wait. Now, it's just the trash we're talking about, correct? Like, you're not making us do other things?
Weird things.
Well, weird is a relative term for a vampire.
Well, weird is a relative term to a poet like myself.
Weird's relative to an artist like myself.
We're all weird here.
Dude, you have to stop hypnotizing us. You have to promise.
Cross my non-beating heart and hope to live.
Do you promise?
Sleep!
What Thomas is saying here is maybe if he got enough hugs as a child, he wouldn't be as upset. But that's not the case. He's strictly livid and quite concerned with your tomfoolery, shenanigans, argle-bargle, and shakacanery.
I am sorry, boys. You are good boys. I have lived alone a very, very long time. It is mostly transients and skeletons around these parts. Again, you just didn't get the hint.
Skeletons and transients are our bag, baby. But we're gonna have to do something about this.
Yeah, somebody needs a full-on horror holiday transfusion. For those who can't stand the holidays.
And for those who love them but are glad they are over, welcome to the Happy Horror Holiday Spectacular Spectac-ula!
Forces of evil, I summon the dark angel of music!
The Happy Horror Holiday Spectacular, Spectac-ula. The Happy Horror Holiday, the hardest of the hard to sing. Happy Horror Holiday Spectacular, Spectac-ula. Happy Horror Holiday. I've been alone 100 years.
Blah, 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 blah.
I have no spirit to bring.
Blah, 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 blah.
These guys are super frustrating.
Blah, 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 blah.
Come, they told me.
Blah, 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 blah.
I am your newborn king.
I just don't get it.
Being artists, we create because sometimes we just don't get it either, Fang.
Like vampires, artists feed on the vital essence of a living, and when our bodies are feeling spiritless, we look to other artists to help bring that spirit back.
I think I understand. Sort of like when I'm feeling spiritless and I sneak into your rooms at night.
This is a very simple translation. Oh, he pissed.
Again and again, boys, you just don't get it.
Okay, so this is not the most ideal situation. We moved into a vampire's house by accident, and he has been secretly hypnotizing us, coming into our rooms at night for something. And not to mention, we have not been able to watch a single decent horror movie since we moved in because someone has an aversion to them because he thinks it portrays his kind unflatteringly. Anyway, I digest. Fang, we have a thing. Just sit down. Don't make us put you back in your crib.
It is a coffin! It is not a crib! I am the night! I always tell you guys this. It is where I recharge my dark magic and my love for the show RuPaul's Drag Race! What? It is literally the only show on TV that talks about capes.
Let us show you how we recharge our magic. Forces of Nature, the 1999 movie starring the versatile Sandra Bullock. I command thee with the powers of the internet to manifest all our friends, to transfuse Fang with the holiday spirit Spectac-ula.
Fang? Fang! Hey, Fang! Fang, I know you're missing the holiday spirit, but this is gonna be good today. You know, we got an appointment, so we're gonna get a group. It's our group therapy session, remember? What? You're not going? You're not gonna. Oh, come on, Fang. A lot of people. Okay, Fang, I know this is a really hard time of year for a lot of people, like, you know, the holiday season and all that jazz. And some people feel like therapy in a group setting is really No, under no. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lecture you. No problem. You wanna go? I won't go either. Okay? We'll hang. We'll just hang. How you feeling these days? Yeah, that's a mess. Yeah, me too. You know, the holidays can be kind of weird, kind of challenging. But you know what, Fang? I just want to say that I don't think that the holidays, you know, have to be celebrated like woo. You know, it doesn't have to be like I'm a party, and I'm festive and I'm loud and I'm all. It just doesn't have to be like that. It can be quiet and gentle. It can just be feeling, you know, connection with other people and friendship like you and me. Right? It doesn't have to be all crazy. Sometimes it's just sharing things, enjoyment of things, food, or language. Matter of fact, Fang, I brought a little something for you today. The sonnets of William Shakespeare, Fang. Rich stuff. And this is for you, all right? But I want to read one for you first. All right? Okay, so this is Sonnet 104. Are you listening? Okay. To me, fair friend, you can never be old.
For as you were when first your eye I eyed, such seems your beauty still. 3 winters cold have from the forests shook 3 summers' pride. 3 beauteous springs to yellow autumns turned, in process of the seasons have I seen. 3 April perfumes in 3 hot Junes burned, since first I saw you fresh, which yet are green. Ah, yet doth beauty like a dial hand steal from his figure, and no pace perceived. So your sweet hue, which methinks doth still stand, hath motion, and mine eye may be deceived. For fear of which, hear this, thou age unbred, ere you were born, was beauty's summer dead. Happy holiday, Fang.
Hey, look what I found among all the other horror holiday ornaments that we boxed up. It's really cool. I think I'm gonna keep him as a pet. I'm gonna name him Mr. Stabby.
I'm not cleaning up after it.
Clean!
Hey Fang, hope this song helps you get into the holiday spirit.
We are all lonely people, rubbing up against each other for warmth. We are all lonely people, rubbing up against each other for warmth. You think I could be myself by now? You think I could help myself somehow? No, the masks I was sharing use. Good and plenty, you can pick and choose. When I pass from Vienna, bonfire, hang my ashes round your neck to where you desire. For my birth certificate and my debit card, make me a homemade tombstone in the backyard. We are all lonely people, rubbing up against each other for warmth. We are all lonely people, rubbing up against each other for warmth. When we're flying high in the sky, it doesn't matter what kind of bad we are. When we're driving low on the ground, we judge each other based on our car. And I know that everyone can share my obsessions, they are my possessions. And I know I'm not stuck in the wrong century or city, stuck in my mind. We are all lonely people, rubbing up against each other for warmth. We are all lonely people, rubbing up against each other for warmth. And one day the schmooze will rain down, and they'll give us food for free, and we'll be happy. But only if we let them, and that's easier said than done. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are all lonely people, rubbing up against each other for warmth. We are all lonely people, rubbing up against each other for warmth.
What's wrong with its eyes? What's wrong with its eyes? What's wrong with its eyes?
They're delicious.
Again and again. I just don't get it, boys.
What don't you get?
Once in my life, felt exactly the same. Gingerbread houses and candy canes seemed like forever, darkness pure as snow. A stake through the holiday many moons ago. Your heart's in the right place and don't have one. Emptying of others, how they drip and they run. That last final breath is a song to be sung. It's like unwrapping a gift, except with your tongue. I am the way, you shall follow me. And the great beyonder, sing thanks into thee. This holiday spirit is broken glass. The Chardonnay will stay me fast. With the loss of you comes the loss of the sun. I just don't get how it's all come undone.
So, to start off our new after-holiday tradition, I took a little souvenir.
What's in the box?
The actual holidays are too lively for someone like me.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
They used to laugh and call me names and never let me play their game.
What's in the box? 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 What's in the box?
You know, I'm taking this whole after-holiday new tradition seriously. Open the box!
Too far, man! Too far!
Sometimes, as an artist, in order to create something with life, you have to take it.
Hey, Fang. We know you are missing the holiday spirit. And I'm telling you, when I got the news, it just tore me to pieces. I said, I gotta help Fang. And that's why I'm here, holed up in my office, just thinking and thinking and thinking on how I can be of assistance. I mean, I've been researching, I have notes all over the place. But before I even get into any of that, I gotta tell you something, Fang. Please, don't get down on yourself just because you're missing holiday spirit. We're all missing something, Fang. All of us are searching for something, Fang. And some say the finding is in the searching. But be mindful, Fang, of where you go searching for holiday spirit. Because you won't find it at the Black Friday doorbuster sale on super discounted flat screen TVs. You won't find it on the Hallmark Channel. You won't find it in Christmas songs playing in September. No, you won't find it in any of those things, Fang, because what you're dealing with is a much serious, deeper issue. You have a condition, Fang. It's called Scroogenitis. And while there's no cure that's been found yet, I've spent the last several hours racking my brain, brainstorming on some good ideas for possible solutions. What about broccoli? Okay, stupid idea. But then again, if you ate broccoli instead of drinking blood, you know, they say green veggies are a panacea for all of life's problems, or all of life after death problems. Who knows? What about random acts of kindness? You know, people do that all the time in the drive-thru, and it definitely seems to create a cheerful spirit. That can be a starting point. You can start at cheerful spirit and work your way up to holiday spirit. Circadian rhythms. You do have strange sleeping patterns, Frank. I mean, you're lying down all day, you're up all night. Maybe you need to just rearrange your circadian rhythms. Or maybe you should do like they do in many cultures. When you're lost, you're trying to find yourself, look to your ancestors, Frank. I mean, you have Dracula, Blackula, Count Chocula, the Count from Sesame Street, Nosferatu, Blade 1, Blade 2, Blade Trinity, Kate Beckinsale. I mean, there's a whole underworld out there waiting for you, Fang. You, Fang the Explorer. Dora got nothing on you, bro. I mean, you can turn into a bat. It's easier to find things that you're looking for when you have an aerial view. And it just occurred to me, Fang, did you try unplugging yourself, waiting 5 minutes, then plugging in and cutting yourself back on? Did you go and check the last place you remember having holiday spirit? Maybe you left it in your coffin. Wait a minute. What about an app? An app, Fang? There's an app for everything. Maybe there's an app for finding holiday spirit. I mean, you know, when most people want something or trying to find something, they turn to an app. Like, say, for instance, love. Online dating, Fang. But you got to be careful with online dating. It's a lot of catfishing, Fang. I mean, you'll be looking at a profile and it'll say holiday spirit, but then when they show up, it's Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit. So be careful with that one, Fang. Oh my goodness. Ghosts. Ghosts, Fang? Do you know ghosts? They can definitely help you find holiday spirit, Fang. I mean, ghosts know everything about all things spirit related. Maybe you should reach out to Casper. Give him a call. I hear he's friendly. That's pretty much all I have for now, Fang. I mean, I hope I've helped you narrow down your search parameters. Take care, Fang. I bid you adieu, my friend. Go in peace.
Hey, Fang! How are ya? Oh, things have been crazy. It's your good friend, Julie, the Gothic Fraggle. I heard that you've been having some trouble getting into the holiday spirit. I empathize. I find it difficult to get into any spirit these days. And I have a poem that I'd like to read for you. It has to do with, not feeling like yourself. Perhaps being trapped in a costume of sorts. When I was 4 years old, I asked my mother, "What happened to my tail?" What dreams may come when we have shuffled off these human costumes must give us pause. These walls are too smooth for me to grip onto. No way to climb and slink along the ceiling. Let's run together along the highway on all fours. Headlight red-eye gleam, frightening the midnight drivers. Into the sand, slithering earthways down lower, tunneling the underwater, feeling every leaf, every piece of coral centered. A glowing sentience. Tails are for balancing. Stretch naked in the sun, the sleeping Buddha-faced cat knows how to jump right over the walls of your labyrinth. The years of work you had to do to begin to unbind yourself. There's the woods, and then there's the forest. And my parents could never tell me where to find the zipper to this costume. Oh, thanks for listening, Fang. I appreciate your critiques of my work during our long walks through the cemeteries. I hope you do find your zipper someday. May you seek the zipper within and find a way to unbind yourself from this dilemma. But there is something to be said about these human traditions, these rituals put on during specific corresponding seasons, the cycles, the echoes. And you've probably seen generations of people come and go. I don't claim to know what it's like to be a vampire and see the holidays change throughout the generations. Forgive me, I don't want to assume your age. But throughout all of these ages and changes, there has to be something about these holidays that remains the same. Something that's always there. And I do hope you find it. And I wish you well, good friend.
And now to see who is keeping the holiday spirit away from our good friend Fang.
Wrong ending! Wrong ending! Run away! Run away!
But I just don't get it. I don't get lovers in the park, hope in the leaves, stars that sparkle in the dark. I don't get people who bathe or shop for things to bathe with or water petal daisies. I don't get type O blood, gingivitis, or scared easily. I understand gods and death and holy secrets kept. I understand fanged hit wonders and thick thuds beats. I understand even your odd notion of things having a spirit, like Christmas spirit, Hanukkah spirit, holiday spirit, after holiday spirit. Everything has a spirit. I get it. The spirit of the internet. You just think something makes it true. The spirit of the internet could be Tom Waits for all we know.
decided to let you in. Although you feel unworthy, kick back and have a glass of gin. Put your feet up on the credenza, gas up the DeSoto. Move into an old broken down piano and kiss under the janky clanky broken key mistletoe. Anyone who gives a mighty whistle to the old spirit of the internet is sure to get a tumbler of nog to the headaches for the soul. Life, symbolism, I see an egg in you. You gotta be over easy to yourself, brother. I have a thing where I buy myself holiday gifts and unwrap them in the morning. You know that hypnotism you were so fond of that they do around the cotton candy and carnival. You have been under my Svengali since the music began. The heavy pendulum that is art swayed you back and forth, back and forth. Art and poetry, back and forth. Your heart is an organ, you can play it constantly. Can you feel it? From the credenza to the DeSoto. Do you feel it, fast? Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Schiaffo.
I'm even going to kill you guys.
Wait, what?
Never mind. I found my holiday spirit.
Through verse and poetry,
Through artwork and a special.
And now we all just sing.
the holiday spirit has been drinking, and we've decided to let you in. Although you feel unworthy, kick back and have a glass of gin. Put your feet up on the credenza, gas up the DeSoto. Move into that old broken down piano and listen to the jangin' broken key mistletoe.
You know, Tom Waits isn't even dead.
Yeah, and we're not puppets either.
Apparently, the holiday spirit has been drinking, and he's decided to let me in. And you, and you, and you, but not you. Goodbye, everybody.
The Happy Horror Holiday Spectacular, Spectacular. The Happy Horror Holiday, the hardest of the hard to sing. Happy Horror Holiday Spectacular, Spectacular. Happy Horror
vampire's lair.
Right here, he's holiday cheer. He's a little bit inside. It's a happy horror holiday. Spectacular, spectacular.
The happy horror holiday, spectacular, spectacular. The happy horror holiday, the hardest of the hard to sing. Happy horror holiday, spectacular, spectacular. Happy horror holiday, the horror hallow horror sling. Happy horror holiday, spectacular, spectacular. The happy horror holiday, the hardest of the hard to sing. Happy horror holiday, spectacular, spectacular. Happy horror holiday, the horror hallow horror sling.
Mr. Schiaffo, Mr. Ridgely, that was
You guys
fantastic.
Get no warning here. You are coming back on screen.
Yes, yes. Hello, Matt and Libby. Congratulations. That was fantastic.
That was awesome. If I could give a standing ovation right now, I would, but unfortunately.
A good question is, where's the man of the hour, Scott Meaney?
I was just about to get to that. I'm not quite sure. I think they're still setting up a little bit for the Q&A. So we may have to give them a moment or two.
Sweet. Yeah, that was... what do you think, Mr. Schiaffo?
Man, the musical numbers just had my head reeling. I mean, the compositions, the execution, and then the video. My God.
And the guitar solo, Mr. Schiaffo.
Oh.
I wish I could have seen you guys like at the same time.
I was watching everybody else.
I bet.
Scott, you did all the music for that song, right? Besides the vocals?
Pretty much. But he's being kind because we hubbed off another idea that was very specific parody. But he didn't really go that route. He kind of almost made it its own thing, which was pretty impressive. So I let him run with it. Awesome music killers. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely.
The musical were something, huh? Oh my God.
So, there was a Blondie parody song, kind of, and I'm trying to think of any of the First Young Lady with the Acoustic. That was an original song, I'm assuming. That was amazing.
Yeah, it was original.
Sweet. Yeah, it looks
And
like
some of the puppet numbers were just on. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's really swinging group with a really cool tune with interesting messages and well filmed.
And all the horror cameos or that they placed in there. That was amazing.
Eggs.
I'm sorry?
Lots of Easter eggs.
Yes, Easter eggs. Okay, that's a Let's see. Okay, being selfish. Why were Louis and I thanked? Surprised to see our names. What an honor. Oh, we're gonna have to ask him.
Because Susie helps me with my whole life.
I
can't do anything without her help, really. Like,
They come and feed our cats when we were in New York.
They take care of
They
anything.
took care of our cats.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Meaney, give me a thumbs up when you're ready, brother. Okay, he's ready. I'm sorry. I wasn't sure if he was set up. Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of, I'm not going to screw this up, so give me a second. The Happy Horror Holiday Spectacular. Spectac-ula.
Yep. We have a delay, so.
Oh, I'm going to put you guys full screen. Hey, you're on camera.
All right. Yeah, we have a delay here. So, like, we have you on, like, another monitor. So, like, it's going to take me a little bit to catch up on this side. But, hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
So who all do you have there?
Okay. So, I'm going to introduce you to people here. Okay. This is my partner, Thomas Fucaloro.
Yeah.
Segment
Nice.
producer. We did everything together. This is Rena Sklar. She played Fang, the musical vampire. Dennis, come in here for a second. We got to show Dennis for a second. This is if you guys all tuned in last week, I think you all know Dennis.
I was going to say, Dennis, stop hiding, man. Come on.
Producer extraordinaire Dennis. We have Regina back there. We have Jack. Jack, come up here. Jack actually had one of the worst jobs, which was putting on the old rotten reindeer costume for Stranger Danger Reindeer.
What's in the box?
In the box. Yeah, and he also I'm trying to think, but like people like Jack, people like Regina. There was a couple of people that kind of came in assistance and did a lot of like the extra puppetry, like the Phantasm Ball, the ham sandwich and the bassinet. I don't know.
And then also M.A. Dennis.
I was
going to say.
One of the poets actually was able to show up. This is M.A. Dennis. You're going right there.
For motivation.
Right here. Right there.
Suggesting broccoli instead of blood.
Broccoli instead of blood, the panacea for all life's ailments.
What I said to you?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Come on. I didn't know I was all here.
Where's the
Hey.
production
Oh,
assistant?
come on. Yeah, take the mask
Regina
off.
with
Let's see
camera
you.
shot. And these guys were fucking amazing. We wouldn't have gotten anything done. I mean, it was a really odd, strange thing to do a year ago, and we got stuck in a pandemic. I mean, we barely met. It's just this really ridiculous story. But I just hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it kind of, just I don't know. We all had a rough couple of years, and I was sitting there, and then I started talking to Thomas, and then we all kind of came into a room, and this kind of ridiculous idea came up, and now we have this odd, strange vampire musical from outer space.
Nice. I don't even know where to go with this. We got a ton of comments. If I may. I mean, I don't even know where to start. I'm trying to find out where. Okay, so I'm curious. So, Mr. Meaney, you were Tom Waits?
Yes, I was Tom Waits.
Get the hell out of here! That was you?
Yeah, it's me, man. Yeah, strange, right? I do a lot of voices and stuff like that. And that was funny, is that because I recorded that vocal part in about 4 hours, and by the time I was done with that, I didn't talk for like 2 days because it was just gravel through. Because 4 hours of just screaming into a microphone like that is not very forgiving. But yeah, that was me.
Have you thought about taking all the tracks and making a musical release on Spotify and things of that nature?
Yeah, we're gonna soundtrack it up. We actually had Jack actually came in and we recorded some guitar parts. So we also even have alternate versions of songs we're gonna put out. Maybe even a little bit of an alternate version of this thing. But yeah, we're probably gonna put a soundtrack out along with a bunch of other things.
The musical numbers are phenomenal. I'm not saying that because I'm a little bit partial.
But you were amazing, dude. Come on, you killed that fucking number. It was brilliant. Schiaffo did it. Me and Schiaffo, we worked on. He wrote 99.9% of that music, but that was that was me and him working on the Tom Waits number. I mean, I pretty much just sang it and kind of gave him the idea, and we talked back and forth. But he fucking, pardon my language. But we just kept talking back and forth, and then he hits me back with like this, just the music part, and I was like, all right, I could work with this, and we had something really special. So, and he's been in so many of my projects, and we work really well together. So it was just really nice to have him as a part.
No, wait a minute. I'm waiting for Libby to get the yardstick.
No cursing.
Joke about
I know. I try my best. You know that.
Mary
New York
said,
upbringing.
"Fang is everything."
There you go.
Certainly is. Certainly is.
Who said that?
Who said that? Give somebody credit.
Who's Fang?
I said it for myself.
Exactly.
No, it was really fun being Fang, getting to do a male vampire character, but get to sing the song. That was completely my voice, even the high note, though I can't do that every day, but it took me a little while to get there, but I could do all of it eventually, thanks to Scott. Scott's a great musical director, by the way. As well as being a director, he's a great musical director. I've worked with a lot of musical directors, and he had such specific ideas for it, which was so much fun to do.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Musically, it's irreverent, and it's both smooth and irreverent at the same time, which is so impressive.
So I see Greg with the Blondie inspiration. Nice.
Yep. That was a really. We were talking because I think we were having a conversation. It was like Fang needs a disco number, and then we were just trying to go through all the songs that were sort of zany and stuff like that, and we sort of landed on that, right? Like
It was fun to plagiarize Blondie.
yeah, it was very fun to plagiarize Blondie. So close to Blondie, but not quite.
Not quite.
We have a G-rated comment. This kicks Rankin's bass.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Fantastic.
We're gonna hire you for writing now.
Oh, I'm sorry. David or Libby and Matt, somebody, I got to look over some of these comments, and there's so many. It's amazing.
I think the best compliment I could pay you guys as a cast and as a team for putting this together is that this harkened me back to one of my favorite animated films of all time, Mad Monster Party, which came out in the 1960s. Was a wonderful, wonderful film, and you guys should all be very, very proud of the work you put into it, because not only was it very, very well written and performed, it was beautifully shot, the musical numbers were fantastic, and I have nothing but nice things to say. You guys did a great job.
Oh, thank you so much, David.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much, man. That means a lot coming from you. You
It
know,
does.
Definitely.
David, you always make me feel like I am somebody, or that.
That's okay. I've been working, trying to make myself feel like somebody for the last 52 years, so I have lots of practice.
You're so good at it.
No, thank you. Thank you.
I just like to say Matt and Libby were phenomenal.
Yeah,
coming
fantastic.
down here for the Memorial Day weekend to shoot this whole thing, it was incredible. And then all of the post-production work they did on it is
It's
phenomenal.
insane. And what people don't realize about what happened with Matt and Libby was I, the madman, offered them this and asked that they would do it. They agreed to do it. And like, we did not see each other for a very long period of time. Like, nobody in this cast met. All the rehearsals were done online through Zoom. All the blocking was theoretical and stuff we kind of worked out. Well, we can do this. The set was built to be almost, I kept saying this to the cast. I was like, I don't mean to use this term, idiot proof, because we have to be able to walk in there and in 4 days nail this. And if anything goes wrong, we're out of time, because Matt and Libby are coming up for only 4 days. And they came up the morning of, it was the first day they saw the set. Okay. They come in within an hour. Matt's all strapped in. Libby's got him in. We got everything kind of going. And we just sort of kind of went from there, right? Like it was pretty crazy. Like we just rolled. We started with the musical numbers, but you know what it is? We had spent so much time sort of online going through it in theory. And I have this thing where I talk for 2 to 3 straight hours and just drive people crazy. Really just to hypnotize people into sort of like, well, this is what we're doing.
All right, you got to do me a favor. Thomas keeps getting covered up by the mic. You guys got to move over a little.
He's doing that on purpose.
Totally.
So Thomas, what is your reaction to all this?
Oh my lord! My reaction is I drank 2 Fosters, so I was singing along. That's my reaction. It's cool. I mean, to be able to be from a place of poetry and to have a lot of artistic mediums kind of blending and combining into one, like Voltron. I don't know. That's kind of like, that's exciting. You know, it's very ragtag and raw, but it's also like adorable. And I like the adorableness of it. So thank you for asking.
Absolutely. So, Mr. Meaney, I've got a question from Sean Smithson saying, Scott, can you explain to them why calling them puppets is derogatory? Like we talked about.
This is okay, like, because this is probably one of the last times you're ever going to see me in human form, because I was going on the Indie Escape Network, and I was popping on a couple of shows, and they would book me as me, and I would just show up as the puppet without telling them. And so the whole shtick was that I refused to admit I was a puppet the entire time, and I took offense to it. So by tomorrow, I will be back into puppet form, where I'll be taking it as a derogatory term. So that works into the, we have the show Afterlive tonight that's coming on this network on Saturdays, and that sort of works into the shtick that goes into our sort of After Dead talk show about like how we don't even know we're puppets.
Beautiful, beautiful. We got comments from
all puppets.
Yeah, man.
Great job, everyone. Loved the Blondie number, and we have.
You guys were wonderful to watch perform too.
No, thank you.
All of you. It was treasured moments for sure.
Thank you.
I think the other thing that Scott didn't mention about all these Zoom rehearsals is Thomas and I had never done anything with puppets before. So it was weird, a fun audition notice on Facebook. I need someone to play a singing vampire. And I actually do that fairly often. So I was like, let me put my hat in the ring for this. And then he's like, okay, so you're going to be this puppet. And he brought me a puppet, and I learned how to use it through Zoom. He gave us puppet lessons through Zoom. I think we came to the stage one time before we filmed.
Yeah.
And then we filmed in 3.5 days. You said 4 days, but we finished in 3.5 days, which was crazy.
Yeah.
We even added the little end bit.
Yeah, that end bit, which is funny, that end bit only exists because of Libby McDermott, really. I mean, like, people came up with it, but like, that was like the last thing we shot on like, was it Sunday or Monday? It was Monday because it was like the late.
We did like
Memorial Day weekend.
Tuesday then. It would have been Tuesday because we were Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, so that was like the last thing we said. And I remember just being so defeated and exhausted because we had a great time, but I was just so tired. And I walked outside and I was like, pulling my vape, and Libby was out there and Matt was out there. And I was like, I don't know, man. I just don't have it in me. And Libby just looks at me with her demeanor and just says, you're already here, man. Just do it. And like, you can't argue with her. Like, even like dealing with David in the beginning and Scott and stuff, you can't argue with her. She just has the voice of reason in the room. So
we could have done it in 2 days if we didn't have so much food.
Yeah.
That's true. The whole thing was catered, by some amazing. Who named some of the who catered it?
Jimmy Mac's, Joyce's, Gino's, and DeLuca's.
Yeah, who all helped us with some food and stuff, and so we had a Fed crew. All 4 days. Fed crew's a happy crew. And
don't forget though, you were the only one that was difficult when it came to that.
No, he's not.
Oh, no. Matt and Libby.
We are too. We're
Oh, I thought you guys weren't there at that time. I'm sorry, because Scott Meaney was joking about that.
actually, and that is one reason why I really wanted to work on this project too, because he said he would feed us. He's vegan. Let's go eat.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Work hard.
Let's see. Is there a puppet reunion?
All the time.
Right. That's what this place is for.
Exactly.
Crazy people that come together.
February 5th.
Yeah, February 5th. We're working on this show, Afterlive Tonight, which is a weird concept talk show with sort of a story. And these puppets kind of come into it. And it all just kind of tumbles forward. It's all part of the same universe, and it's a Saturdays, 10 o'clock, February 5th we start. We'll have guests, we'll have performances, and hilarity will ensue. I hope, right?
We hope.
I think I'm funny.
Until we run out of props.
Exactly.
Hey.
And by the way, let's talk about one of the major other things is that, where we're actually right now, we're at the Where to Turn prop shop and the Where to Turn warehouse. And Dennis actually basically has an enormous prop shop that's actually free to the community. You put out a deposit, you can take the prop for your film, for your play, you return it, you get your deposit back, and that's like 95% about how a lot of this was done. I mean, I made a lot of stuff, but like there's stuff in this show that's literally just from the prop shop that you would never find anywhere. So it really did just up our production value a lot. You know?
I think this is one of the best compliments ever. Much better than the 78 Star Wars holiday special.
I disagree. I'm sorry. I disagree.
You need more B. Arthur.
Is that because we don't have any Ewoks here?
Yeah. Well, more B. Arthur would have been great.
Exactly.
I do agree about that.
She, you know, she's what Star Wars was missing, as far as I was concerned. The Golden Girls. Yeah, well, you know.
Hey, Dennis, my mom wants to know if there is a virtual tour of Where to Turn that you can check out.
We are actually going to do that probably with the Phantom of the Prop Shop.
Yes.
He will give us a tour of the entire prop shop and the costume room as well.
Because Dennis is actually going to wind up joining the cast of Afterlive tonight, but you didn't hear it there, as the Phantom of the Prop Shop. And that should be fun because, you know, like, it's just weird. We all just got thrown into this and we all just started to realize that we liked it. And it's just this very bizarre thing where everyone just wants to do a little bit of everything. So it's a good place to be. I don't know. Makes me happy, right?
It's fun to pick up the puppets and play with them. Great to do it a couple weeks ago to come on the show and just be Fang again.
Yeah.
You know?
So, did Scott and Thomas perform their own stunts? And if so, did Fang make them sign a liability waiver?
I don't know how Thomas survived the gong there.
The gong toss.
They were hypnotized into it. It was fine.
We actually did have stunt puppets. So, other people just playing us.
Let's see.
That's all I have.
Great job and appreciate all the hard work that went into this. Lots of fun to watch. I like the psychedelic parts and disco numbers.
Yeah, it was all about, like, you know,
Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
yeah, the weirdest stuff we could throw them up against, because, you know, people don't realize that puppets don't do anything. Like, they just sort of do this and you can move like one arm. So that's the charm, at least it was for me. Like, it was just like, they're just kind of garbagey, and, you know, but like if you give them a little bit of heart and spirit, that those two movements go a really long way, right? Like,
we got a lot of new toys and props over the last 3 months that are going to be used in the specials coming up. So
That's excellent. Margaret said, honored to be part of it and bring the bard into Fang's life in 2022.
Margaret was
Margaret.
the first poet who basically sets the tone of the entire piece. She's fantastic. I mean, like, you know, going into just like that sort of characterization with Fang and then sort of reading the Shakespeare just sort of really sets that nice tone, you know.
Fang loved the book.
Yeah.
Julie, weird and wonderful. The Phantasm Ball made my day. So I'm going to go back to everyone,
Is that our Julie?
I think.
I don't know, was that Julie Benson?
Mr. Schiaffo.
Is that Julie Benson?
Yeah. Julie Benson, the goth fraggle.
Apparently, Thanos snapped his fingers, and Scott is now.
Well, okay. Jeff is commenting again. I love that when we were contact screwing up again. I love that when we were taken into the crystal ball for the guests, it became the outline of an old TV. Genius. I like that too. I actually mentioned that to Scott behind the scenes, and it kind of reminded me of liquid television for people who remember that, and it went into another scene. That was pretty cool.
That was all Matt.
Yeah.
That was Matt.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then Julie, who commented before, was our Fraggle, our Gothic Fraggle.
She said, "Yup."
Yeah.
Hey guys, I probably missed 100 comments. I'm trying to go back and look them over.
Did anyone get the political themes of it? I'm just joking.
About the distribution of wheat and grain in the mid-1960s to third world European nations. Was it just me?
Well, you know, when the mask from They Live, what was it? Not They Live. I got it.
Yeah.
There's so much in this thing, man. We it's just didn't stay. It was a year. It was supposed to take 3 months. It took a year, so we just kept adding.
Oh, trust me, I know. I was around at the beginning.
Yeah, no. It was supposed to be so much quicker. It was here.
Very Twin Peakish.
Exactly. Well, yeah, Twin Peaks too. Yeah, David Lynch, man. You know, Matt, and Libby, Tom's, like everybody. Like we're all big David Lynch fans, so that's why there's this whole Black Lodge theme that kind of runs through the entire piece.
So Greg is saying the Credenza Empire instead of the Ottoman Empire.
I heard they had DeSotos instead of tanks.
I need a second to read some of these to go through them to make sure they're okay to air.
They're fit for yeah. The peanut gallery.
Yeah, well, yeah, great soundtrack, and I need the soundtrack. Linda saying cheers to all involved. And Denise enjoyed it. Carrie, great entertainment and great accomplishment. Greg saying Broadway. Hey.
Yeah, right?
Big applause.
Broadway, that would never happen. Like,
Move over Avenue Q, whatever.
Avenue Q, and to God, us.
Rogers and Hammerstein and death.
Ray from the Indie Escape says the holiday spirit has been drinking, knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Great sing along.
Yeah. All the bouncing skull. Thanks to PJ.
Fabulous. Thank you, CJ.
Yes.
That was awesome.
I don't even see CJ anymore.
Nah,
Damn you, CJ.
I take it back.
Amazing job to all.
I have no clue where I am on camera, by the way.
You're like off camera, I think.
Great, it's better off. I got a face for not camera.
For radio.
I know, but I just...
No, that's not even a face for radio. Come on. Kidding. I really enjoyed the show. Spectac-ula. Stay safe, everyone. I bid you adieu. I have to go find my tail.
Oh, Julie.
Julie again.
Hi, Julie. Thank you so much, Julie. You were amazing. Here's the thing, but I haven't, we barely met, we spent 4 days together, and the poets, I mean, this was the first time I had even met M.A. Dennis in person,
Same.
you know? Like, everything was all through the internets and computers.
Margaret with holiday and New Year love, y'all. Hugs and kisses. Bye now. And then Julie, thank you. All right, so guys, anything else you'd like to add? David Lee Madison.
No, I mean, I'm flabbergasted at how amazing that went and how well put together it was, and what, visually stunning. And everything I said earlier, I mean, congratulations is all I can say. Maybe I'll get to work with some of you guys in the future on films or filmmaking. That would be awesome. And I was humbled by how much effort and how much real top-notch quality you guys produce. So congratulations.
Thank you so much, David.
You're very welcome.
No, David, we appreciate you being here. And
yeah, David, thank you so much for hosting the show tonight. Honestly, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Absolutely. I wouldn't miss it for the world, unless, of course, there was a rice pudding convention, then you'd be screwed. But otherwise, it was my pleasure. Thank you, everybody. You can catch me and Scott tomorrow night on David Lee Madison's The End of the Night with our crazy chicanery and stupidity that we do every Sunday night. Everybody be well, and thank you for having me on, Joe and Scott and everybody.
Good night, David.
Good night.
Good night, David.
And he also failed to mention if the Jets win the playoffs, he would have missed it. Or a wild card. I'm sorry. Libby and Matt.
Oh. What?
Wow. Deer in headlights. What? So,
What?
Speak.
What?
Come on, I can be as animated as these puppets.
Just any final words?
We're looking.
We're glad everyone enjoyed it. It was fun to work on and create. Yeah.
We love every second of it. We hope we spread some cheer and spirit. There's Schiaffo.
Okay.
I'm glad the stream went good without any. I was,
Hey, I'm a professional.
Yeah, the stream was actually really scary. Perfect.
Professional.
When you attach us, it's always got to be something.
Libby and Matt, I'm going to drop you down. Thank you very much for joining us. But
Bye, Matt. Bye, Libby.
do me a favor,
guys.
stick around if you would, please.
We love you.
See you guys.
So much love. So much love.
Thank you.
Mr. Schiaffo. So what we were
Hey.
doing is we're
Hey,
kind of
brother.
saying
Hey, man.
goodbyes and discuss quickly how you felt about the show and the special. And
I'm completely gobsmacked by the musical numbers. I know I keep saying that, but almost in an obsessive way. But holy God, man! Well, I knew they would be smoking, but I had no clue because I also know the gear that Scott was using as well, and the sound and the finished product and the mastered tracks, and I'm blown away by the musical numbers, every single one of them.
That made,
I
that
mean,
made a lot coming.
Genuinely in a way that I'm like a little envious.
Nah, you kidding me?
Of course.
Oh, come on, man. You knocked that last number out of the fucking park.
Language.
Ah, whatever. It's late. It's late now. Curse it up. Smoke them if you got them. Break out the heroin.
so it's after 11 o'clock, so none of that applies anymore.
All the kids have been given Benadryl and put to sleep.
Benadryl. Oh no, isn't that what Cosby used?
All right, moving on. Moving on.
Oh wait. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a family.
No,
kid.
This stream has been flagged.
No, we're good. We're good.
Oh, what am I doing? All right. Wow, I'm so excited to have been a part of this, and that's no BS at all, Scott. I'm going to speak to you very soon.
Yes.
I'm elated. It came out smoking. It's
Thank
10 times. It is 10 times more than what I might have been even thinking or expecting, and you know that I'm not trying to undermine you by saying that. I'm really excited. I'm very happy to be a part of it.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for all your work and just always being there and always just supporting me as like one of the best friends a person could have, man. Like you've always been in my corner, and we've done so many projects together. You've seen me fall, get back up, and man, without you, man, this wouldn't even be a thing. And that's why like just having you in it, having you do your part, and having you do your music just makes me so happy.
Brother, the pleasure's all mine, without a doubt. And there'll be more.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, have a great night.
All right, brother, man.
Scott. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, it's just us. This could be really scary or
finally.
It's just you, Joe, and us.
So I got to pull you guys up full screen. We're missing a few people though. Where are they?
I don't know. Everyone come in. Everyone who's in. If you
Yeah,
want to
come on.
come on.
Cast, crew, everyone.
Just let it go, man.
Our poet went home.
No, wait a minute. Shortest people up front.
Yeah. Those people up front. Come on.
There she is. There's Regina.
Be sure. This is Regina.
Hi, Regina.
It was
Everything
indispensable. Like honestly, like came in and helped fix things, and I don't know, came in the last minute. And we really we did a lot together. We spent like pretty much 3 to 4 days a week together and got this thing sort of running.
When her real
during
name
the
is
pandemic.
Rachel.
And her real name is, and she goes by Rachel. Exactly now, which is yeah, I don't know.
All right. For one thing, we have Anna saying can't wait for the 5th. I'm not sure if she's talking about a liquor bottle or a February.
I hope it's a little both.
For he's a jolly good fellow, Carrie Werner. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. All right. So we almost have everybody in frame. Not quite. Let's see.
My frame? I don't know.
Well,
coming off.
I think there's 1 or 2 people. Thomas and whoever is to the left of Thomas.
You need to get up front.
Oh, my Lord.
You kind of helped write this thing, act in it.
Can we do boy band?
Yeah, and the guy in the really cool smoking jacket. Or is that not a smoking jacket?
Who's the kneeling guy? Which one's the kneeling guy? Me? Who's shaving their eyebrow?
Okay, so from left to right, my left would be Scott. Actually, let's start with the right. So everybody say your final words and how you feel, because it was everybody saying it was friggin' phenomenal. You guys did a wonderful job, and we want more.
That's
Please.
awesome. That makes me so happy.
So Scott, you do it, man. You let everybody say something, please, because
Yeah, right. No, we'll start. Thomas, start. We'll just go.
no pressure, Thomas.
I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna throw it on you before I throw it on them.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's how I'm feeling.
Spell it.
Try
you tell me to spell
try it with a
I'll-
Q.
Yeah.
No, come on, you got to do better than that.
Starts with
You
giraffe.
talk,
All right,
talk about your
does anyone wanna
castmates.
Someone start. Someone just say something. And
I think it was great working with all of these people. Everybody coming together. I think that the greatest thing about it is that all sorts of different people. I mean, I know most of you from the theater world or whatever, but I don't know if you know, Joe. Scott does all of the design work for our Beetle Blast that we do every year. He designs all of the T-shirts and everything. So everything comes together, and it was really good working with all of the people. And thank you, Joe, for letting this be on the network. It's
Yeah,
really
Joe.
great.
Well, I thank you guys for bringing it to our network.
Just to piggyback off that, I think it's community. Like all of you out there in Zoom rectangle world and all of us here, like Dennis said, all coming from different spaces. Like none of us, like our artistic, zens kind of merged for this project. And I think that's kind of exciting. So
We had poets, artists, actors, musicians, fashion designers, charity runner, producing people. I don't even know what to. Nurses who also act and do film, and we do live theater, and we all just came together. And Curtis, who builds sets for theater and built everything that you saw, all the stages, and fixed everything, and pretty outstanding guy.
Yeah, big shout out to Curtis Kwasnicki, who built the big stage, the front stage, our little mini stage that collapsed and turned into, where the marionette came out of. I mean, that guy is an artist with wood, and again, just production value between the prop shop, between Curtis, and between everything that came. It's just it's crazy. So thank you, Curtis, if you're out there watching. We really do appreciate it, and you're just as much a part of the show as anyone else. The stage is a star.
And will be used.
And will be used
again and again.
over and over.
All right, there's somebody to the left of Thomas who's hiding. Who is that?
Carissa.
That's Carissa.
Hi. I'm one
Hi.
of the crew members. It's nice to meet you.
She's one of my
Nice to
first.
meet you as
She
well.
was actually here when before this even started. I was kind of talking with her about it. So she was kind of one of the first people in the gate when this was really just basically an idea between me and Thomas, and just sort of she kind of heard some of the first drafts and stuff like that.
I saw all the props that you designed, decided they were trash and threw out, and designed again. I also helped stain the stage too, so that nice brown color that was us.
Yeah.
Oh, and we also had Mike Veazey, who couldn't.
Oh, yeah,
get
Mike
tonight.
Veazman.
He
Yes.
helped out a lot, and he actually had puppet experience, which was kind of neat.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he was awesome. Yeah, and he may be coming on to work on the Afterlife show, so we'll see.
Great.
Sweet. Who's next?
Jack.
Oh, well, Jack here. I just wanted to say that it was incredibly fun to do, and I'm thrilled that all that fun that we had here showed up on screen, and then some, actually.
Wait a minute,
I don't know
she's
where
sneaking
Gabe
off.
is.
Where's she? Whoa, where's she going?
Regina is an elusive creature. To try to get her to talk on camera will be very difficult.
Regina, we're not ending the show until you come back on.
You have to if you don't want. You want to come back on?
They're not ending
Good?
until you come back on.
Not ending until you come back on. and
So
say-
we can't follow you home with the camera.
Yeah, just say
What do I
say hi to Joe and just say
Final thought.
Hi. so, Regina, how do you feel about what happened tonight and this whole experience?
Yeah, it was just really fun to meet all these people and try something new and just kind of be trusted in like what I could do and help out as best as I could.
I heard you did a phenomenal job and you were a great deal of help. So thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. It was so much fun. And it turned out great. I loved it.
That is awesome. All right. I'm trying to look at comments again. Who is this? Shannon. We had a great time watching. Thanks, Scott, and everyone involved.
Hi,
Y'all
Shannon.
kicked ass. So, and Sean Smithson saying, loving, hot, amazing, of course. Oh, who's that?
I don't know.
We can't see.
Oh,
we
I'm
got a
sorry.
little delay on the comments.
It's Carolyn Meaney saying
Oh.
amazing, of
Oh,
course.
that's my mom. Hi, Mom.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. So, any last words?
Anybody?
Thanks for having me to be part of this. New experiences, getting to do film, getting to do puppets, getting to sing as puppets, getting to do recording studio things and work with poets. And I got to meet both of you. Because again, I didn't know Scott or Thomas. I actually knew Dennis. Dennis is the one who reposted Scott's "I Need a Vampire" audition notice, I guess, and that's how I got involved. And this was so different from anything else I've ever done, but I had so much fun, and I look forward to doing something like that again.
It's definitely going to happen.
We'll see you all on February 5th.
Yeah, February 5th, 10 p.m. Afterlive tonight.
All right.
Your rhombus.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the show card up again, and I am going to exit out. Oh, we got Nick saying can't wait for Afterlife show. There you go. Afterlive. He corrected himself. Probably like I said it wrong 3 or 4 times tonight. Probably.
Spirit.
All right, guys, please stick around. And until next time, everybody, please subscribe to the oh my God, I almost said it, Scott. Scott, I almost said it.
It's so close.
Oh,
it's close.
Please subscribe to the Indie Escape Facebook page and YouTube channel. That is where all their shows will be archived. So until next time, everybody, good night.
Good night.